Welcome to Billy Review Stuff, where I review stuff. Today I have the Super Mario Bros. Movie figures from Jakks Pacific. Nintendo and Illumination have a movie coming out, if anyone hasn't heard about it. Chris Pratt is voicing Mario, and people kind of didn't like that at first, but after all the trailers, I'm super excited for it. I had no question that Charlie Day was going to do an amazing Luigi, and let's take a look at these guys. Uh, see here, realistic eyes. That's a thing that I'm gonna take a look at there. Premium details. That's why I bought them, because they have such things as like the stitching in their clothing and stuff. Uh, 16 points articulation. They are $20 figures, but they're probably like the best Mario action figure you can pick up right now. Even with like I think SH Figure Arts makes one. Maybe? I don't know. But we're going to crack these open and take a look at it. Well, I hope this shows just how it's kind of neat. The eyes follow you, but just how odd it is that the eyes follow you. I kind of hope they do Luigi with the kind of like angry face, so you can have that classic meme of him giving you the death stare. I would be down for that, but I mean, it works. It's a thing they can do. But we'll go over articulation with Luigi first. He has a sort of ball joint. Let me get this zoomed in right here. He has a ball joint head. He has a pretty, actually it's very decent. Go all the way around. The way the elbow is made has where it's a two-part kind of hinge there, and it has where you can swivel around, because it's like one of those, it's a universal joint, so you can kind of twist it there too, and it'll isolate it. You can twist at the wrist. I'm going to pop it apart in a second to make sure it's not a ball joint, because I think it's just a twist. He has a ball joint at the waist, but it's hindered by his sculpt. If the pants were just a little bit smaller, it would look awkward, but it could dip in more. Some you could, at least it's a twist, you know. You got that going for you, Luigi. Let's see here. Kick out his legs so far. Twist at the top of the hip. He's got about almost a complete 90 at the knee. And then he has like a ball jointed foot. So Luigi's doing pretty good. You know what? For $20, this is a decent. This is a very decent Luigi figure if you love Luigi. You know what? Luigi doesn't get enough love, even though he has like four. He has 4 to 5 like standalone games. So Luigi's doing all right. Luigi's getting his. Okay, so Mario and Luigi are pretty good figures here. After taking one apart and heating him up, I get a little bit more articulation out of Mario here. I'll do the same to Luigi when I get a chance to, but going over the articulation real quick. Change the focus. He has a ball jointed head. He has the, I always forget, it's hinge joint at the shoulder. He has a lot more articulation in his shoulder than Luigi does. He's got that universal joint at the elbow there, so it can twist around all sorts of ways. And then it is just a mushroom peg in his glove, so it's just a twist. It's not a ball joint, so don't try to move it too much like a ball joint, or you might have where you wallow it out or twist it off. Just be careful. Let's see here. He has his midsection there. It's on a ball joint, but the ball joint is kind of like in there weird. But after heating it up, it seems like I can get a little bit more dip out of him. It just may be where like it's still a little hot, but it also might be where you just need to heat it up to like get that going. Heat up his hips. They're still limited. But I mean, like he's a stubby little plumber who jumps on turtles. He just needs to be able to jump. His knee is almost at a 90. Yeah, his knee is almost at a 90. And then the way his foot works, it's a ball joint at the top of the shoe it's in here. So it's got a good range of motion for it. It works. The one thing I wish he had a peg hole in the bottom of his feet, or he had like a little stand hole in the back of his chest. That way you could put him on like a little flight stand or something like that, where he's jumping, about to land on turtles, stuff like that. I do hope they do make a wave two of Mario and Luigi, various characters, stuff like that, because I would have loved to get some like fists with these. That would have been fantastic, just to have Mario with his fists for like striking a block when he's jumping up, like or like whoo, stuff like that. Oh, and also there's a flashlight that doesn't light up, and there's a plunger, which I mean, like they're plumbers. That's cool, but I would have rather like a fire flower or a ghost pack, something relative to the games for them. That's what I would have preferred. But hey, accessory, and for $20, I don't know. I'm kind of jaded. Maybe they should have came with more, but inflation and stuff like that. But at least they're decent figures. Always watching. Always watching. Yeah, it's really creepy.